It's going to be huge. All right, Ron, I'm the host, but for some reason it won't let me share my screen.
There we go, Michael. I got had a delay in starting the recording this morning. I apologize, but we've got that going, and you're host again, and we appreciate you being here.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch over to the iPad and show you guys a couple things real quick. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, well, good morning, everyone around the world. All the millions of people viewing at home. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about a few things. Remember, if you got questions, feel free to chat. Feel free to come off mute, ask me anything. That's what we're here for. We're here to provide that value. So if you feel like you need to talk, just pretend like we're sitting in the same room. I said something amazing, something confusing, anywhere in between. Then just come out and get some clarification. Say hallelujah, it doesn't matter. The only thing that I request on this is don't draw on the screen. So I know sometimes it's an accident, but yeah, we don't need scribbles on the screen. So clear your screen if that was you that just did that. Thank you. Okay, now are you going to do something today that your future self will thank you for? Is that your intention? Is that how you wake up in the morning? You know, one of my friends, Matthew, constantly thanks his past self, okay? Where he, you know, it seems almost random, but then when you go back and look at it, you're like, whoa, I prepped myself for this. Man, thank you, past self. So since you know you're going to be in the future, what are you going to do today so that you can look in the future and thank yourself now for what you did? Sometimes it's reading a book. Sometimes it's making a phone call. Sometimes it's being on these trainings. Sometimes it's getting out of bed and driving in traffic. Okay, so do something today that your future self will thank you for. Close a combo. I'm pretty sure your future self, you're right, Daniel, your future self will definitely thank you if you close a combo today. So get it going. It's exciting stuff. This product sells itself. You just got to tell more people, put out more signs, invite more people. Okay, I also want to share this with you. This is from the book, The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. And he said, make a name for yourself and render the world a great service through ambition, desire, and concentrated effort. You can do it if you believe you can. Okay, so what he was talking about and what he was emphasizing here was concentrated effort. Okay, sometimes here we are, we're playing this game, and you know, we tell you to get on the calls and get on this and get on that. Now watch this and study that and submit this and subscribe to that and get on this and click on that and download this and come over here and meet this person and do this and talk that and set this up. Now do that. Now click on here. Now where's your website? Get your business cards. What about this? What about? And you feel pulled in every direction. Now if you're only making a millimeter of progress in a million directions, you're not making progress. You're fooling yourself. So what he's saying in here is concentrated effort. This is a unique gift that entrepreneurs have, concentrating their effort. Good morning. So if you feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions, what I want you to recognize is that when we tell you to do these things, these are options. You don't need to do everything. Okay, they're options. I want you to concentrate your effort. So you know you're just doing this one thing and you're just getting better at it and better at it and better at it. You're concentrating your efforts. Okay? Make a name for yourself and render the world a great service. Okay? So to clarify something, and for those of you who are on the Impact webinar this morning, you heard some of it, we need to clean up the language in how we describe our company. Okay, so we sell, just so you are aware, this is the verbiage, we sell an educational service. Okay, we don't sell education, we sell an educational service. Okay, that's the key for you to pick up. Now, Napoleon Hill says, make a great name for yourself and render the world a great service through ambition, desire, and concentrated effort. Okay, so when you're told to do this, that, those are options. But concentrate, pick something. For me, it's closing combos. For others, it's flipping houses. For others, it's raising capital. For others, it's buy and hold. Concentrate your effort. 1 year at a time. Now, I also got really excited when I saw this, so I thought I'd grab it. Take a screenshot of this. Napoleon Hill puts in here, when 2 or more people, guess what? There's 77 of us right now, and more will be popping on. When 2 or more people ally themselves in a spirit of perfect harmony for the purpose of attaining a definite end, if that alliance is faithfully observed by all whom it is comprised, the alliance brings to each of those that is composed power that is seemingly irresistible and superhuman in nature. 2 or more, that's it, baby. Right? So it might be you and your spouse, it might be you and your business partner, it might be you and your mom, it might be you and the very first person you enroll, right? Or the person that enrolled you. When 2 or more people concentrate their efforts and pay attention, the power is irresistible. Okay? So what is our definite end? He does bring that up in here. What is our definite end? If we're here for the purpose of attaining a definite end, for you, for me, for everyone, if you don't have a clear goal, I'm going to suggest that our definite end is 10 free and clear rentals. 10 free and clear rentals in the next 10 years. Okay, now obviously some of you are going, please add a 0 to that. Okay, I get it. But for everyone, something for you to easily assimilate and share with people, right? Because when you say, hey, I'm going to be a real estate investor, and they're like, well, what is that? But if you say, I'm going to go buy 10 properties and get them paid off in the next 10 years so I never have to have a job again, then they're going to go, oh, wow, I want that. Okay? Now, some of you guys are going to do it in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. What I'm saying is if you can share what we're all working towards, the definite end of free and clear properties, that's something that easily assimilated in our minds. Oh, I know what a property looks like. 10 of them, cool. Hey, look, now we have 78. Good morning, welcome. So, this alliance will bring you power. So by you being on here, you are gaining more power. By staying focused with us, you're gaining more power. Bring your other IMAs on, bring the new people on, give them more power. It'll add to everything that we're doing. Irresistible in nature. People just, they don't know why they're attracted to us. They don't know why they're calling the ads. They don't know why they're signing up when they come to the meeting. They want to sign up before they even know what to sign up for, because it is so irresistible in nature that people are they just want to be a part of what we do. You just have to put people in the room. You got to share. Share your definite end of what we're actually going for. Right? Now, some of you want to build up bigger marketing businesses than real estate businesses and vice versa. That's fine. If you have your definite end, great. If you don't, adopt this one until you've clarified yours. Make sense? Makes dollars. Okay. Now I have a question. Am I the only one here who gives a shit about the comp plan? If you guys have seen that movie, The Big Lebowski, there's a scene right here where he's flipping out. He's in the bowling alley, and someone's toe crossed the line, and he was supposed to mark it 0. And the guy said, no, I'm not going to mark it 0. He said, mark it 0. And then he pulls the gun out, and he says, am I the only one who gives a shit about the rules? Has the whole world gone crazy? And I looked at his passion with that question, and I kind of felt like that about the comp plan. Am I the only one? Has the whole IMA base gone crazy? Now, I know you guys care about the comp plan, but you must care about learning the comp plan and care about sharing the comp plan and inspiring and running the comp plan. Okay? So, glad you guys are enjoying this. I was kind of like, uh-oh, should I put this on the webinar or not? I don't want to offend anybody, but seriously, learn the comp plan. Let's go, baby. Okay. Now, I was at the Hawaii Regionals, and I made this during the award ceremony because of what the guy said. This was his acceptance speech. All right, we gave him an award. We said, yeah, you're so kick-ass, dude. Thank you so much for using the product, training people, being a good example. And this is what he said. Before Renatus, I didn't know what to do. But now I have businesses, and they bring me money. Case closed. Isn't this the story for all of us? Before Renatus, I didn't know what to do. But now I have businesses. They bring me money. Or to simplify, I used to not, but now I do. Oh my goodness. Are you guys having as much fun this morning as I am? I hope you are. Okay, our training company, the people, the product, the process, it's incredible. I used to not, but now I do. Oh my goodness, choking on my coffee. Okay, here we go. Now, the last thing I want to show you here before I start answering questions. If at first you don't succeed, try doing what your coach told you to do the first time. All right, the first time. We are doing our best to help you learn from our mistakes, from our trials and errors. And most of the time when I see people screwing it up, and when I say screwing it up, what I mean is you set an income goal and you didn't hit it that month. And then you set another income goal that month and you didn't hit it that month either. That is my definition of screwing up. If you keep screwing up like that, it's most likely because you're thinking you know better. So just try doing what your coach told you to do the first time. Let's go back and review. Let's jump into the new 10-step training. Right? Bob Snyder just recorded a new 10-step training. So you got brand new IMAs, get on it. If you're not 5-star, get on it. If you don't have 5-star people on your team, get on this 10-step training, brand new. Go check it out. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about this guy right here. So this guy, let me turn that off. Okay, this guy goes out into the world and he puts out a little roadside sign into the grass, right? And it says, real estate investor seeks trainee, 120K plus per year. And this other guy, he's wearing a hat. Okay, he's wearing a hat. He sees the sign and he goes, holy crap, real estate investors are assembling. Oh my goodness, I'm going to call the sign. So he calls the sign. Joe, it is in the training tab. Log in your business center, click on the training tab, go down to 10-step, memorize that, get it going. Cool. Back to the story. This guy sees the sign and goes, holy crap, this is what I want, this is what I need. I've been waiting for this. And he is looking for a business. He's saved up his money, and he comes down to the meeting, right? So he calls the ad, gets the phone call. He talks. This guy's now, he's not 5-star yet. He's not 5-star yet. He owns a combo, not 5-star yet. Well, this guy comes down to the meeting, sees it, plunks down some cash, and gets involved. Now he's moving forward in his life, in his business. He's changing his mindset. He's changing his outcome, his outlook. He's changing it all. He starts showing up to the meetings. He says, man, I see you guys making money. What do I need to do? And I say, hey, All you have to do, my friend, in this market and in this city, with what we're working on now, all you have to do is put out another sign. Well, this guy's now 5-star, and we've got a new guy on the team, and he says, okay, I've never done it before. That's great. You don't need to have done it before. He goes, well, also, I don't have a system in place. That's all right. You don't need one. Let me show you this. So he takes some action, major key, takes some action, puts out the sign, and guess what? Someone sees the sign. And this guy moved here from Seattle, or to Seattle, just a couple days ago. He sees the sign, and he goes, holy crap, is this serious? And then immediate skeptic. He says, no, this is too good to be true. I'm not going to do it. And he drives past the sign. He drives past it the next day and the next day. And then finally, he decides to call. He says, you know what? If they're out here, they're doing this, I'm just going to call. He calls, and he shows up, and he's crossing his arms. He's sitting in the meeting. And then, you know what? We put up a slide. Where we talk about the cash flow quadrant. And immediately he goes, oh, they're right. He opens up. He goes, God, I'm on the wrong side of this thing. I need to move. And now, here we are. This guy would like to sign up this week. So, here's what I did. I told this guy, I was like, here's the thing. If you work with my new guy, now you're brand new. Look at this. I got 2 brand new guys. Brand new. They don't know what the heck they're doing. But all they see is right here is this. This is proof. It's proof to both of them. Proof. He sees it works. He sees it working on him. We have the proof. So now I give these guys some signs. All right, guys, now go put out your signs. And all we have to do is round robin. Round robin. Now here's the cool thing. When this guy enrolls, this guy gets some training sales, right? That'll be the first time he makes money in his business. First time. Even more proof. It's just proof on top of proof on top of proof. Now his brain is going, you know what? Why was I playing this small? Why was I being intimidated on the phone? How can I do this better? How can I do it faster? This is exciting. So what I'm suggesting to you guys is work on building up proof for your teammates. And then this was what fired him up is while I'm talking to the new guy here, I'm talking to him, I'm showing him the proof for his other business. And I'm like, look, see how this is working? And the guy couldn't sleep. He couldn't sleep last night. He was so fired up about what we're doing. It's exciting stuff. And all it took was the same sign, right? The same sign here, right? I called the ad in the newspaper that had the same sign. Okay, put the sign on your drop cards, put the signs on your windows, put the signs on your websites. I went and bought realestateInvestorSeeksTraining.com so I could go make something on that. But the point is, this thing duplicates. It absolutely duplicates. So focus on the proof. Now your brain goes, all right, let's get back to work. Okay, so this is just a little story of proof. It is working. It is flat out working. You just got to let more people know, and more people know, and more people know. Okay, Daniel's got a comment. So what do you recommend for people who can't, I don't understand that word, put up signs? I basically tell my people it doesn't matter what you do, just do it in massive action. Yeah. Physically challenged. That's different. They're good. Yeah, see, you could tell other people, say, look, basically only crazy people put out signs. Don't worry about putting out signs. Okay, I enrolled someone last year, and they're like, Michael, I see what you're doing. The marketing makes sense. I don't want to put out signs. Do I have to put out signs? I said, no way, dude. Let's just make a list. Let's just make a list and let's start calling people. What I would do, Daniel, and everyone here on the line, meetups. Go to meetups. Meet the people. Where there's a will. That's right, Mark. Yeah, signs are only seriously for like 2% of the people because you got to be a little crazy to do it. You got to get up in the middle of the night and run around in the middle of the night. And I don't expect that from really anybody. I do it, and so the people get inspired to do it, but I don't make that. John O'Neill put out 3 signs. I watched him. Just be clear, Mark. He put out 3 signs so he could say, yeah, I put out signs. He didn't make any sales off of them. You're probably not off of 3. But, yeah, there's a million ways. There's a million ways to market. Let's okay, here's something else I want to show you. Okay, let me find it real quick. Okay, here's a script. I'm going to give you a script so you never have to drop a sign if you don't want to. Let me give you a script, and then all you have to do is run the script. That's it. Run the script. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you can turn that off. Okay, make a list. I just need 25 people. That's it, 25 people. We're going to do a 3-way call. And let me give you an example. So let's imagine you're on my team. You just brand new, and I'm brand new. Pretend I'm brand new also. I've been in 1 month, and now you enrolled, and now this is my instructions to you. I'm only in 1 month, and this still works. Now, if you're in more than a month, then it's even easier. My point is just start using this. So you're gonna make your list, get your top 25. We're gonna do a 3-way call. Now you, as the IMA, remember I'm in for a month, a year, 10 years, doesn't matter. You're the IMA. So you are gonna say, hey, Chuck, did I catch you at a good time? Hey, here's the reason why I'm calling. I've been on the phone for a while with someone who is crushing it in real estate. Now you have to start out with that immediately because most people jump to a conclusion. Conclusions are dangerous. Conclude means to die, so don't jump to conclusions. But people do, and they immediately think MLM. Oh, someone's calling me, and the reason for the call must be something MLM-y. So instead, you just say, been crushing it in real estate. Right now, I'm talking to him, and he's talking about how he's expanding. Or I'm talking to her, and she's talking about how she's expanding. She asked me, who do you know that has a great head on their shoulders, a great work ethic, and a great attitude? You know what? I thought of you. I hope you don't mind, but I've got Michael on the line with us, and I'd love to introduce you. Michael, this is Chuck. Chuck, this is Michael. And then the IMA shuts up with no interruptions. Just take notes. And now all I have to say as the advisor, hey, I realize we caught you off guard. It was a spur of the moment thing. Your friend was just saying some great things about you, and it was me that asked him to call you. It was my idea. Calling you was my idea. Now, you have to say that part because you want to protect the relationships. That is your major key. So you say, I caused all the awkwardness. My bad. But anyway, let's get over that. Because I don't really know where you're at in life and in business, and you may be making more money than you can spend and be really happy. I don't really know. So I'll just briefly describe what we do. I'm a real estate investor. We're crushing it on the residential side, the commercial side. We do wholesales and rentals. We're changing people's lives. We're helping them save money on their taxes and get out of bad loans. Anyway, we've got a great business. Have you ever thought of investing in real estate? And then guess what? Guess what? From there down, it's just a regular conversation. They say yes, they say no. Same process. You just say, okay, well, did you know? Let me tell you a story. And then guess what? Remember our funnel, ladies and gentlemen. Find the people, tell the story, build for events, follow up. So guess what? We found the people. That was this script right here. Now we're working on telling the story. And then what do we do after that? What do we do after we tell a story? Tell the story of the company, tell the story of the people. Then we built for an event. Well, geez, Chuck, let me explain to you what happens at our property tours. We're able to walk you through how we bought it, how we repaired it, how we financed it, how we're splitting the profit, how much it costs, who we're using, the whole thing. You'll be able to see from A to Z how we do these deals. Now these property tours are limited seating. We can only fit about 30 to 40 people in the building. And you know, if you'd like to come, it's by invitation only. It's not open to the public, but if you'd like to come, I can put you on the list and you can be my guest. Chuck, would you like to be my guest to that house tour? Boom. Follow up. I tell all my IMAs, follow up. Text them back and follow up. Follow up, follow up. Seti, good morning. Seti, are you you're using the app, it looks like? Great. Take a screenshot. Actually, I think I may be able to just plop it in. I knew you'd get it. See, I knew you could handle it. Okay, here we go. I think I can copy paste this into the chat box. Chat box, copy, stack it up, paste. No. Copy, paste. It's not letting me do it. Sorry, guys. Just take the screenshot. Type it up. I'm sure there's some grammar errors in here. Something can flow a little bit better. But you guys heard my tone. So I'm going to run through it again so you can hear the tone, okay? So the IMA says, hey, Chuck, did I catch you at a good time? Hey, here's the reason I'm calling. I've been on the phone for a while with someone who's crushing it in real estate right now. And right now I'm talking to him, and he's talking about how he's expanding. Now, he asked me, do you know anyone that has a great head on their shoulders, a great work ethic, and a great attitude? And I thought of you. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I've got Michael on the line with us, and I'd love to introduce you. Michael, this is Chuck. Chuck, this is Michael. And then I step in. Hey, Chuck, hey, I realized we caught you off guard. It was a spur of the moment thing. And you know what? Your friend was just saying some great things about you. And it was actually me that asked him to call you. You know, it was my idea to call you. And really, because I don't know where you're at in life and business, you may be making more money than you know how to spend, and you may be really happy. So I'll just briefly describe what we do. I'm a real estate investor. We're crushing it on the residential side, the commercial side, the wholesaling side, the rentals. We have got a great business. Chuck, have you ever thought of getting involved in real estate investing? And then he says, no. You go, oh, really? Well, did you know you can invest in real estate with your retirement account? Or no, really, did you know that that's the best way to save on taxes? And if he says yes, we'd be like, great, man. Well, what do you think right now is probably the biggest obstacle that's stopping you from getting involved in 2018 in real estate? And he's going to tell me. He's going to tell me, and then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to build for an event. Okay, so what events do we need to build for? Well, guess what? March 3rd is the National Intensive. Okay, March 3rd, National Intensive. Utah time is 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Utah time. Figure it out for your time zones. Guess who is training? Guess who? Mark Kohler. And we're getting the 2018 tax updates. Okay, so this is an event to build for. If you're in Utah, put your butt in the seat, come to the meeting. If you're out of Utah, come to Utah. And if that's not an option, then broadcast it. Log in through your business center, put 10 people in your living room, put 20 people in your office, put 100 people in a hotel room. I don't care, but get people in front of this information. They're going to freak out. They're going to say, holy crap, this was amazing. Thank you for that. I had no idea. Hit stop. Look on the screen. Thank you. Mark Kohler, March 3rd. It's only $1 million. Okay? That's it. But if you're a human, then it's a different price. I don't remember if we're charging $50 a link or if it's free or something. I will find out ASAP and let you guys know. Now this is easy. Daniel, can your IMA do this? Could your IMA put a list of 25 people together and you say what you just heard me say? On the scale of easy, how easy is this? Too easy. That's right. That's right. And now guess what? Guess what? Guess what? As soon as you get that first person to sign up, guess what? They're going to bring you 25 leads. And we just keep doing it this way, and we keep doing it this way. You'll never need to put out a sign ever again. Free leads. Okay, now what you need to do is make sure your IMA understands you are interested in protecting the relationship. That's one reason why some people are hesitant to give you their top 25, because they don't want to risk the relationship. Now, it's a funny superstition that they're making up, but it's something that you need to say, look, I'll take all the blame for it. I'll be the bad guy in case everything, if he's off put by it, whatever. I'll take all the blame. It'll be my idea, because it is my idea. I'm telling you to do it. Protect those relationships. Now, if you're professional, you're easy, guess what? He will go get 250 more, and you bang out calls all day. 10-minute calls, get them to events. 10-minute calls, get them to events. And then it just multiplies and multiplies. And then you get that, you square it, and then you multiply that, and then you cube it, and then you multiply that, and you quadruple it or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, unlimited. It is unlimited. Everyone needs Renatus. They're getting screwed in taxes. Everyone needs Renatus. They don't have a retirement plan that's sustainable. Everyone needs Renatus. They don't have leveraged income. So just start talking to people. I encourage you to record your calls. Record your calls. I use Call Recorder Pro. Okay, it's like $10. And then you can have unlimited cloud storage for your calls. You can get the free version, but you can only store a couple calls. Record your calls, and then you can create a library, so when your people want to know how to do it, you just send them the link to your library. Okay, if you guys would like to listen to some recorded calls of us doing using a different script, I haven't put together recorded calls for this script yet, but for for the sign script, for the window sticker script, for the drop card script. It's all the same script. If you want to listen to it, you got to give a big shout out to Dane Clark. This dude gives and gives and gives some more. He's part of the Utah leadership team. Terrified to talk to a butterfly when he first started. And now he commands authority. He has a 7-figure business outside of Renatus that he's just developed. He's done 6 figures inside Renatus. He's done 6 figures inside real estate. The guy's on fire. And what he did was he compiled a bunch of his calls and recorded them for us to listen to. So big shout out to Dane Clark. Thank you so much for putting that together. Right, much love. So all you have to do to listen to the work that he put together is you go to daneclark.com/calls and just listen to how he's talking to people. Okay, don't screw around with the files or anything. Just listen. Just observe, listen, and you'll hear how he's using the scripts. But more importantly is you'll hear how he's talking to people and not the words that he's using. Okay, there's a big difference. Okay, when you see Dane, give him a big hug. Say thanks for contributing to our community. That guy is awesome. Right, that guy just bought a freaking brand new Ford Raptor. Right, it's a race truck. You can jump that thing. Just because the business is working for him. It's incredible. So go listen to those calls. Now, the last thing I want to leave you with a question and kind of an observation and a perspective. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? Can you answer that question? Of course you can. Can you intelligently answer that question? What makes you happy? Why do you get up in the morning and do what you do? What makes you happy? In our pursuit of business and enterprise and entrepreneurship, we're all trying to get to the happy. Now, if we don't clarify what makes us happy, you might find yourself a decade from now miserable because you weren't focusing. You were being pulled in a million directions, making a millimeter of progress, and you didn't know what was making you happy. So what I'd like you to do is do this exercise and sit down on a piece of paper and come up with 10 things that make you happy. Okay, 10 things that make you happy. Start looking at them and digesting them. Some of you, easiest exercise you'll ever do. And some of you will struggle for hours trying to figure out what actually makes you happy. Because what you'll do is you'll answer the question like a typical answer to this. What makes you happy? People will say freedom. Let's go down, right? Man, if I had my financial freedom, my time freedom, my options, that'd make me happy. Freedom. Okay. Well, what about freedom? Okay, so we say, what about that? What about that perspective? And then why that? And if we keep asking and we keep getting it down, you'll see, well, for me anyway, what makes me happy is seeing other people happy. Right? So it's a self-perpetuating thing. It's not a place that you go, I'm going to go be happy. It's something you are. You are just a happy person. There is an amazing book in the Audible account called the Happiness Advantage. The Happiness Advantage. So go and check that out. You have a biological advantage over the next human being if you're happy. A biological advantage. Your brain is working faster, cleaner, easier, with less effort because you're in a happier state. If you don't know how to get to be happy, this is something we got to work on. What makes you happy, right? Some of you, the reason why you're not making any money is because you're just a freaking asshole at the meetings. You just got this yucky attitude, world sucks, blah, blah, blah. And you try to leave that attitude in the car. And I get that. And, you got to work on it. But it's obvious that people aren't clear on what makes them happy. And so they just show up to the meetings and they're doing this day after day thing. And then they start to realize, I'm not happy. Now, it's not because of Renatus. It's not because of the comp plan and the education. It's because they don't know what makes them happy. So put 10 things down on a piece of paper. What comes to mind first? Don't take too long to do this, but write down 10 things, okay? And then share it with someone and start this conversation around happiness. Okay, it's a magnetic quality. When you're happy, you don't need to memorize a script. When you're happy, you don't need to put on fancy anything. You're just happy, and people want to be around you because of that. Okay, not because of the car you drive or where you live, right? Because those things can be taken from you. But with your attitude, that's yours. You're in control. Do what makes you happy. Make sure that what makes you happy is something productive and contributes to society, and it'll enhance the happiness you're experiencing. So hopefully this webinar made you happy. Made me happy. I'm glad it worked. Thanks, Ron, for putting this together. Thanks for Wanda, Daniel, Tanya. Thank you for participating. Seti, Mark, you guys are awesome. Showing up the way you guys do. Natalie, Keely, good morning, everybody. Start your day off right. Go share this with somebody. Let's run these scripts. Make your list of 25. You guys know what to do. Have a wonderful day. Have a productive meeting tonight. It's Wealth Wednesday. Show up, follow up. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.